Hello everyone, my name is Amiron and welcome back to Elite Cameraman. Apparently, there are some leaks.
Hello everyone, Elite
that's
Cameraman
loud.
here.
Sorry.
Today we have an interesting video because it really has been a while since episode 73 and we have yet to receive an actual leaked image of episode 74. But worry not, because even after my interview with Mr. Boom, some new information started coming out. But along with this, as always, many fake leaks also started appearing with the lack of official information. And whenever there isn't any real information for a while, people do tend to want to believe more in fake leaks.
That's
But
true.
this is not all, because Boom actually changed one of the old episodes' descriptions in a crazy way.
Wait, what?
Normally a description change wouldn't mean much, but this time it actually is a lore-related change. And today we'll be going over all this information. But before we start, make sure to like and subscribe to not miss any future videos. Anyways, here we go. First, we have the fake leaks that's been going around lately. The first one I started seeing was the image of Titan Speakerman burning with a text saying, "I survived," on the bottom right part of the screenshot. Even though this is a fake leak, it may actually happen in the episode because thanks to the info we've received from Boom. We know Titan Cameraman and Titan Speakerman are still a part of the battle, and they haven't retreated yet. And it seems like they might have to retreat after episode 74, depending on what happens, since Boom said they'll both fight and retreat. I don't exactly know how.
But how? Speakerman doesn't have any weapons left except for his core and his sound boom. But it will hurt Cameraman.
They'll join the fight, because in the secret ending of episode
They're injured
73,
severely.
we saw that Titan Speakerman wasn't able to stand up at all after the fight, and Titan Cameraman had to carry him. But this also showed us that even though Titan Cameraman lost a leg, he is still pushing as hard as he can. Hopefully we'll be able to watch the episode next week, because in Boom's interview with Steak, he did mention that the episode would be published in May, but we've yet to see any leaks. So if Boom is still planning on posting the video in May, I'd assume he'd start posting leaks in 2 or 3 days max. We already know that he is quite hyped about episode 74 because Blood's been hyping it up since episode 72. And I doubt he'll post the episode before showing more leaks. He already did 2 Q&As because it is probably a special episode in his eyes. But the problem is, we have no idea what's going to happen in the episode, because the ending of episode 73 left us with Camera Woman meeting the humans and her POV is far away from the Titans. Does this mean that we won't continue on Camera Woman's POV and see what happens with the humans and the imposter human?
Not gonna. Whoa! I stopped at a weird frame. Not gonna lie, I feel like it might show us Titan Cameraman's feed and then switch us back to Camera Woman's.
Or will we see both Camera Woman POV and a POV cameraman following the Titans? We also don't know if the Astro Toilets are planning to interrupt the fight between He Titans and G-Man Toilet. And about Astro Toilets, something actually crazy happened lately. Some of you might already know about this, but Boom randomly decided to change the description of episode 51. If we use Wayback Machine and look back at the time when it was first uploaded, the description actually said Titan Cameraman cleaning the mess. Back then, this was right after Titan Cameraman's return after a long time in episode 50. In episode 50, the toilets were attacking the cameraman base, and because of the absence of Titan Cameraman, they were able to expand a lot. In episode 51, we were in the POV of Titan Cameraman for the first and the last time so far. But now this title has been changed to Titan Cameraman Fights with Giant Astro Toilet Troop. This really is a big change, and it actually gives us a new clue on what makes the Astros Astro Toilets. To my knowledge, this change appeared or was discovered after my interview with Boom, and if you have watched that video, I actually asked something about the Astro Toilets. My question was, I have seen some people wonder about the hierarchy of the Astro Toilets and who are the higher-ups, because all the Astro Toilets we've seen so far seem to be powerful, and we don't even know who the leader is, or if they even have foot soldiers like the normal toilets. Which he answered with, "You'll see." If this really did happen after my interview, that could mean that Boom decided to give us a clue on the hierarchy, or what makes Astros Astros. Until now, the main thing we knew about Astros are that they fly and have a donut stuck to their toilets which spins all the time. But now that Boom is calling the plane toilet from episode 51, it gives us one extra option to locate Astro Toilets. Until now, all the Astro Toilets we've seen had helmets with stripes on them, and each Astro had a different stripe design so far. But because there were other toilets with helmets before the Astros we knew, I didn't really think about the helmet theory since it conflicted with the past. But now that Boom changed this description and confirmed that this plain toilet was an Astro toilet, it most likely means that these helmets have a correlation with being Astro toilets. Maybe even how they can fly has some sort of indication as well. Because the plain toilet in episode 51 can't fly as freely as the higher-up Astros we've been seeing. I also have seen some people talk about the red eyes, and it also being related to Astro toilets as well. Astros we've been seeing. I also have seen some people talk about the red eyes, and it also being related to Astro toilets as well. But this theory I don't really know yet since we've seen the scientist toilet's big version have red eyes as well, even though he is not an Astro toilet. Maybe I'll ask about the red eyes more if I get to ask questions.
Not gonna lie, I don't think the red eyes mean anything but enragement or like a performance enhancing drug. No. Maybe it's more like a different type of thing to show that it's a robot.
To Boom again. The next thing we know about episode 74 is actually the fact that Simp Cameraman will be returning. As you guys know, ever since episode 57, we haven't heard or seen anything about Simp Cameraman. He was abandoned by TV Woman, and no one helped him at the end of episode 57, and we really don't know what happened. There were 4 possibilities to this situation, but now that it's confirmed,
I hope he's not gonna be a bad guy when he
we
comes
can
back.
remove the theory which suggests Simp Cameraman dying that day. The first theory is that he was actually saved by the Alliance members who came to clean up the area after the battle. But honestly speaking, I don't think anyone wants to see this. This would make all the build-up to his return not be as worth as the next 2 theories. If he was saved that day, I think we should have seen him already, especially in the toilet bunker raid. But he was nowhere to be seen, which suggests me that he was not saved. We also know that Titan Speakerman was really mad and went on a toilet-killing rampage right after he was cured. And because of his sudden moves, everyone in the area might have rushed to catch up to the Titans and just thought Simp Cameraman was dead. But this begs the question, if he is not dead, isn't his POV being transmitted? If his POV is everyone in the area might have rushed to catch up to the Titans and just thought Simp Cameraman was dead. But this begs the question, if he is not dead, isn't his POV being transmitted?
Maybe it is being transmitted, but then it's not it's not tuned into it to watch from his POV because they already thought he was dead. Unless
if his POV is being transmitted and he wasn't saved, that is actually so cruel. But there is the possibility that his camera was damaged enough that the transmission might have cut off, which might have led to other cameraman thinking he is dead. And if this is true, there are still 2 different possibilities. First one is him being alone. As you guys know, they were in Dubai when episode 57 was happening, but right after we know they went to London and other places in the world, which could mean that literally every Alliance member left the area, and there might actually be no one he can contact since his transmission might have been cut off. This would be crazy, especially right after your crush leaves you to die.
or maybe it's like too far to actually know where, you know. Then the transmission is not able to go all the way. Considering how everything fell into destruction, transmission towers probably broke as well.
And now you live a life as if you are the last person on Earth. But this theory does have a flaw, and it's the fact that we don't know how he could come back in episode 74, since I'm sure that the toilet base is very far away from where he was at, and as far as we know, his IQ levels are not the best. I think many people want to see a redemption or a villain arc for Simp Cameraman.
What if the secret agent actually like recruited him like the Mints and the Lucky Cameraman?
This theory I just explained and the next theory I'm about to explain could definitely help achieve that. In my eyes, the last option we have left is that the toilets came after the battle and captured Simp Cameraman from episode 70 part 3. We do know that they keep technology from the Alliance to study and research them for their own upgrades, and all these items were objects from the battlefields. It's likely that the toilets have a specialized team just to collect Alliance bodies and objects after battles. It's also assumed that the airport in episode 65 is actually close to the location of episode 57, which would mean that though the Alliance left the city, the toilet troops might still be there. But what would happen if he was actually captured by the toilets? I honestly, personally would love to see this happen, especially the version of this where the toilets turn simp cameraman into their own
I hope he
monster.
doesn't turn into a bad guy.
Imagine an unhinged, upgraded simp cameraman hunting TV woman to kill her.
Bro.
I think that'd be cool, but I'm not sure if that's what we'll see, because if toilets were planning to capture cameraman and make them their own soldiers, I think they would have done that a long time ago. Instead, it's likely that he might have been captured to get research and experiments done on his body. Maybe they could even be testing weapons on collected bodies of Alliance members to see if they work. I think either case, simp cameraman being captured by the toilets is the most reasonable guess right now, because in episode 74 we'll still be close to the toilet base, and I don't know how else simp cameraman would show up. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and have a great day. I'm not really too sure about the theories, but not gonna lie, if Sim Cameraman were to come back, it would be interesting, to say the least. Not gonna lie, I think that Titan Cameraman might be even more heavily damaged in the next episode if we were to follow his POV. So make sure to like and subscribe, pay attention to the theories, and have a great day. Bye!